The Riverside Community College District Alumnus of the Year Award was created in 1959 to recognize the achievement of distinguished alumni who have made a difference in their community and exemplify what it means to be exceptional in a field of work.
As the Riverside Community College District Board of Trustees President, one of the joys is participating in the recognition and celebration of those who demonstrate what it means to be part of the Riverside Community College District family. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm proud to congratulate Micheal Barnes as the 65th Distinguished Alumnus of the Year.
This year's honoree, Micheal Barnes, grew up in a small farming community in northern Indiana. I'm sure he developed strong work habits there as a child, but academically he struggled.
I graduated high school back in northeastern Indiana in the bottom half of the graduating class. And in those days, there weren't community colleges in the state of Indiana, so if you didn't graduate in the top half of the class, you couldn't go to college.
But Mike was interested in California.
And I had an older brother who had been in the Navy in San Diego, and when he had gotten out, he moved to Riverside, and he actually went here a little bit. And the next Monday that I got here on the weekend. On the next Monday, I came down to this college and applied, and the rest is history.
And RCC welcomed him with open arms, and he became an RCC Tiger in 1965. At first, he wasn't even on the basketball team.
I couldn't play sports at that time because in those days, if you were from out of state, you could not play. It was for the local area high school graduates. Went to school, worked my job, went back home and married my high school sweetheart, came back and introduced myself to Coach Mulligan, and I said, and that I just loved to play basketball. I didn't say anything about what my skills were, talents, nothing. I just said I loved to play basketball. Very first day of tryouts, I was leaving the gym once practice was over because I thought he'd already picked his team. Or he said, "Hey Barnes, come here. We can use you."
By the time he graduated in 1968, he was all-conference, all-tournament, and the team's most valuable player. For 30-plus years, he held the men's assist record, and he remains second on that prestigious list today. He was then recruited to UC Irvine on a basketball scholarship, where he earned his bachelor's degree in history. From 1970 to 1981, he taught history at Notre Dame, a private high school here in Riverside.
4 years at Notre Dame, 4 years at Paris Junior High, 2 years back home in Indiana because I always wanted to go back and work at my old high school. First winter, the kids all said, "Dad, we want to go back to California." So I gave it 2 years, came back, worked at Paris High School for a year, and then got hired here.
4 years later, and he became a counselor and the women's basketball coach. From 1982 to 2001, his teams won 372 games and lost 230. His impressive 372 victories made him the Tigers' all-time winningest coach.
As a coach, Mike was the kind of leader that used to talk about how he would take the team uniforms home to wash. He was a 24/7 coach and was tireless in his support of his athletes.
He took 14 of his teams to the regional playoff, winning the state championship in 1986. His teams also won 3 conference titles and racked up a 150-92 conference record.
When you mention RCC women's basketball, or RCC basketball in its general, you always hear the name Micheal Barnes.
In 2012, Mike was inducted into the RCC Athletic Hall of Fame for his great success as the head coach of the women's basketball team. Mike has worked at RCC for 40 years, and I understand he's determined to make it 40+1.
Every day I walk on this campus, I will try to help everybody the moment I walk on this place. And I'm trying to still help people when I leave. And if I see you at the grocery store, I'd still try to help you. But that's, RCC's in my blood. And I will cry when I leave.
He has counseled thousands upon thousands of students through the course of his career.
I met with him on Zoom. I told my parents, I was like, oh, who did you meet with, everything? I was like, oh, someone by name of Mike Barnes. Like, I didn't really think anything of it. Come to find out that he also counseled my brother when he went here for his 2 years, and then he also was here when my dad went to school. So my dad had known him for years, and then my mom also knows him because she used to come in and play basketball like in the open gym. So Mike Barnes had known her throughout her college experience. It's really neat to find out like the family history that we share with Coach Barnes, and just how long my family has known him and how long he's been in the community.
He always cared first about his students and has been a strong voice advocating for students throughout his career.
I worked closely with Mike when I was the Vice President of Academic Affairs at RCC. He was the chair of chairs, and we worked very well together.
And I was in charge of the chairs, and he was the VP of Academic Affairs, so we worked really closely together.
I have always appreciated his collaboration and leadership at RCC, and I consider him a friend and esteemed colleague. At RCC, he became a motivated student who excelled in both academics and athletics. Now he encourages and converts regular students into motivated students, playing a remarkable role in transforming the lives of thousands of students.
He loves RCC. He completely recommends it to any person. I told him actually I was thinking of just going to a 4-year out of high school, and he was like, this was probably the best choice you could have made. Coming here first, he really pushes kids to do it. It's a smart decision.
His long career as an educator, counselor, and coach has qualified him to mentor both students and colleagues.
He leads from a place of service, gratitude, and a genuine belief that every student deserves the very best that we as a college community can offer.
He's definitely worthy of recognition as an Alumnus of the Year who makes a difference in his community and exemplifies what it means to be exceptional in his field of work. Micheal is joining a long list of impressive individuals who have used their knowledge, personal skill set, and talents to impact those around them. His wealth of knowledge and his unwavering dedication to the success of students is proven on a daily basis, and we are honored that he is part of our family.
Congratulations to Mike Barnes, Riverside Community College District's 65th Distinguished Alumnus of the Year. Mike exemplifies Tiger pride, and I am grateful to call you my colleague. Your commitment to our students and our community is beyond compare, and everyone at the college thanks you for your dedication to the success of our students and our institution. Thanks, Mike.
On behalf of the trustees, administrators, faculty, and staff, and with the students and communities we serve, it is my honor to present Professor Micheal Barnes as the 2021 RCC Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations.